You're not here by chance. If you found this video, it's because the universe is sending you a signal, and that message could change everything. Something profound and powerful is about to be revealed. Something that will make sense of challenges you've faced and pave the way for a new phase in your life. It's not for everyone, but if these words resonate with you, you're ready to listen. Like, subscribe and comment 88 to confirm that you're aligned with what's to come. Let's get started, because the moment of awakening has arrived. If you're here now, watching this video, know that this is no coincidence. Life has a mysterious way of leading us exactly where we need to be, even when we don't realize it. Perhaps it was an unexpected click, perhaps someone recommended this content, or even sudden curiosity brought you here. What matters is that the universe has found a way to put this message in your path. Something bigger is moving in your life right now, and you're about to realize it more clearly. I know it can be hard to believe that every step, every decision, or even every difficulty has a greater purpose. But have you ever noticed how certain things happen at the right time, as if they were planned for you? Sometimes we feel like we're lost, but we're actually being guided by an invisible force. The feeling that nothing is by chance can be subtle, like déjà vu, or as strong as an intuition that we can't ignore. And it is precisely in this lightness, in this natural flow of events, that the answers begin to reveal themselves. Many of us spend a good part of our lives searching for meaning in the midst of chaos. We wonder why we face certain challenges, or why our journeys seem so different from those of others. And yet, the fact that you are asking yourself this question is already a sign that there is something special about your path. Some people go on autopilot, but not you. There is an impulse inside you, a feeling that there is something more, something waiting to be discovered. And this restlessness is a blessing, because it leads you to answers that many never allow themselves to find. The truth is that the universe talks to us all the time, but we're not always ready to listen. Sometimes it whispers through coincidences and synchronicities. Sometimes it speaks louder, with situations that challenge our patience and courage. Have you ever experienced a moment when you felt that the world was aligning itself in an almost magical way? Or perhaps you realized that certain encounters and experiences were not the work of chance. If so, you've already had a glimpse of the way the universe works. And the more you open yourself up to these signs, the clearer the message it has for you becomes. Right now, there's a reason you're hearing these words. Something inside you has asked for confirmation, proof that there is more going on than just the daily routine. And this message is that proof, a reminder that you are exactly where you need to be. Nothing has been in vain, no moment has been wasted. Everything is unfolding as it should, and the fact that you're here shows that you're ready to take the next step. Because when the call comes, there's no turning back, just moving forward, with courage and an open heart. Perhaps you've wondered why certain moments in life seem so difficult, as if everything is out of control. You may have faced losses, complicated relationships, or situations that seemed hopeless. And during these moments, it's common to ask yourself, why is this happening to me? The truth is that many of these experiences are doors in disguise, opportunities for you to discover an essential part of who you really are. Pain and challenges don't come to punish you, but to shape you. It's as if the universe is polishing your soul, preparing you for something greater that you can't yet see. Each step of your journey carries a wisdom that sometimes we can only understand later. Imagine a puzzle piece that doesn't seem to fit anywhere. It's frustrating until you see the whole picture. That's life. Many of the events that seem confusing or meaningless today will make perfect sense later on. And when that vision finally reveals itself, the feeling is transformative. Suddenly, everything that seemed like a difficulty becomes an essential learning, a key to opening doors you didn't even know existed. There is a hidden purpose behind every challenge you have ever faced. If you reflect for a moment, you may realize that some of the most difficult things you've experienced have turned out to be the moments that have made you grow the most. It is these experiences that strengthen our spirit and teach us to trust in the greater flow of life. Without them, we wouldn't be who we are today. And without them, we wouldn't be ready for the next stage. There are no shortcuts to this evolution. It happens at the right time, organically, when you are prepared to receive the wisdom that comes with it. The point is that we often spend so much time stuck in the why of situations that we forget to ask the what. And it is precisely in this why that the hidden truth lies. When you begin to see challenges as part of your spiritual growth, a lightness comes over you. You realize that you are being prepared for something greater, something that will give meaning to everything you have been through. And most importantly, you begin to understand that you are stronger and more capable than you ever imagined. This hidden purpose is not something you need to search for desperately. It will be revealed when the time is right, when your soul is in tune with what it needs to learn. Until then, trust. Everything has a reason, even if it's not visible yet. Every step, no matter how small, is leading you towards this deeper understanding. And when that purpose finally shows itself, it will not only explain the past, but will pave the way for a new phase, one where you can see the beauty in every step of your journey. Now that you're beginning to understand that nothing was in vain, it's natural to feel that something is moving, as if a new stage is about to begin. You can feel it in the air, as if something invisible is lining up, preparing the ground for an important transformation. Perhaps it's a slight anxiety, a silent expectation, or even the feeling that certain things are closing down to make room for the new. When a new phase approaches, it's common for old patterns to begin to lose strength, and sometimes this can feel uncomfortable. Situations, people, and behaviors that once made sense begin to dissolve, and with that comes the feeling that something different is about to emerge. This transition is proof that you are being prepared for a new cycle. Life operates in cycles, and each one brings specific lessons. Just as nature has seasons, we also have periods of planting, growth, harvest, and renewal. You may have gone through a long phase of preparation, dealing with internal challenges, letting go of expectations that didn't materialize, and even ending cycles of relationships or thought patterns that no longer served you. Now, all these processes are starting to make sense. Everything you've experienced so far has been the necessary preparation for what's to come. It's important to remember that as you approach this new phase, you may be called upon to make more conscious choices. The new stage calls for clarity about who you are and what you want to manifest. Not everything can go with you into this new cycle, and this is not a loss, but a liberation. You are being invited to align your energy with the things that really matter, and to do this, it is essential to let go of what weighs you down or no longer resonates with the person you are becoming. Just as the dawn always heralds the end of the night, you too are about to enter a time when the light will reveal itself more strongly. Small synchronicities begin to happen, doors that seemed closed open, and you find a clarity that seemed unattainable before. These are signs that this new phase is closer than you think. You may not see the whole picture yet, but trust that the path is opening up before you, step by step. As you stay present and connected with your intuition, the transition will go more smoothly. This change may not be a sudden revolution, but rather a gentle transformation, like a seed that germinates silently until it breaks through the soil and finds the light. The answers and opportunities you've been waiting for will arrive in due course, but the preparation is already taking place within you. And as this new phase unfolds, you will realize that it is not just an external change, but also a profound change in who you are. And so, as this renewal approaches, you begin to notice that not everyone is ready to take the same leap. Along this journey, you'll realize that some people around you aren't on the same wavelength. It can be frustrating to notice that, while you move towards your truth and seek deeper answers, others seem to remain stuck in cycles of fear, distraction, and stagnation. This is not their fault. Each soul has its own time of awakening. Just as a flower cannot be forced to bloom before the right season, there are those who still need to go through specific experiences before they understand what you are already beginning to see more clearly. And that's fine. It's normal for this mismatch to bring a sense of temporary loneliness. Many of those who awaken to a new phase of consciousness report moments of isolation, where they feel misunderstood or out of place. Relationships that once seemed natural can now seem superficial, and some conversations no longer make sense, as if you were speaking a language that others can't understand. This can be painful, but it is also an essential part of your growth. Not everyone is ready to go along with your transformation, and forcing it would only create more resistance. You will realize that, rather than trying to convince or change others, the wiser path is to accept where everyone is on their own journey. This doesn't mean cutting ties or distancing yourself from those who don't understand you, but rather cultivating patience and compassion, respecting each soul's time. Just as someone once planted seeds in you without expecting them to germinate immediately, you can be a silent source of inspiration for others, just by the example of your own transformation. When you lift yourself up, your energy reverberates and illuminates around you, even if, for the moment, others are not yet ready to see that light. You may have to make difficult choices at this point. Sometimes, moving on means leaving behind certain dynamics that no longer promote your growth. Relationships based on control, fear, or limiting expectations can become weights that delay your flight. The beauty of this is that by freeing up space, you create the opportunity for new connections and experiences that are more in line with your essence. The universe works in balance. Everything that leaves gives way to what really needs to arrive. Accepting that not everyone is ready is liberating. It takes the weight of expectation off you and allows everyone to follow their own path in their own time. At the end of the day, the most important thing is to stay true to your journey. And when you embrace this truth, your focus shifts. Instead of looking outwards for approval, you begin to engage with intention and genuine purpose in what really matters. As you progress on this journey of awakening, it becomes essential to act with intention in everything you do. Every thought, word, and attitude carries an energy that shapes your reality. When you engage consciously, whether in your daily choices, your interactions with others, or the content you consume, you align your vibration with what you want to manifest. And what you put your attention and intention on grows. That's why every action needs to be a clear expression of what you are choosing to attract and create in your life. On this path, even small gestures can have a profound impact. Healing yourself, taking care of your energy, and connecting with uplifting practices such as gratitude and meditation are ways to keep your frequency aligned with the expansion that is taking place. Even simple actions, such as liking and interacting with content that resonates with your truth, help strengthen this connection. When you act intentionally, you send a clear signal to the universe. I'm ready to receive more of this. And the universe always responds. Engaging with intention also means being present in what you do, avoiding acting on autopilot. Instead of consuming information in a scattered or reactive way, select what really speaks to your heart. Interacting with what resonates deeply is a way of nourishing your soul and strengthening your purpose. Therefore, by watching, liking, or commenting on something that aligns with your truth, you are participating in a greater flow of energy, helping that message to spread and reach other souls who also need to hear it. When you put intention into every action, even something seemingly simple, like commenting 88 to confirm your attunement, takes on meaning. The number 88, for example, carries a powerful vibration. It represents infinite abundance and the balance between the spiritual and the material. By writing down this number, you are declaring to the universe that you accept the transformation that is taking place and that you are ready to receive the opportunities and blessings that come with this new phase. In addition, your participation helps to create an invisible network of collective energy, connecting you to other people who are vibrating at the same frequency. At this point in your journey, consciously engaging is more than just a symbolic act. It's a commitment to your own growth. Everything you do intentionally becomes a channel for attracting what you want to manifest. And the more you align yourself and get genuinely involved, the stronger the bonds with this transformative energy become. Over time, you'll notice that this practice is reflected in all areas of your life, strengthening every step you take and opening up new paths to even deeper connections. Just as the body needs continuous exercise to strengthen itself, the mind and soul also need repetition to deepen their connection with the energy you wish to manifest. Each time you revisit a message or a practice that resonates with your purpose, You reinforce that frequency within yourself. Repeating isn't just listening or doing it one more time. It's a way of imprinting the intention you're cultivating in your energy field. It's a process of constant alignment, where each return to that message is like reaffirming to the universe, I am present and committed. When you hear something that makes sense to your soul, it creates an opening. But it's through repetition that this opening turns into a solid, stable connection. Think of it like tuning into a radio station. The more you return to the right frequency, the clearer and sharper the transmission becomes. By repeating this message, you not only understand it intellectually, but also absorb it at deeper levels of your being, until it becomes part of the way you live and act. Revisiting this message is also a way of keeping your mind protected from distractions and external noise. The world is full of stimuli competing for your attention, and if you don't take care, you can become disconnected from what really matters. But by returning to content that raises your vibration, you reaffirm your commitment to what is essential for your growth. This is especially important on days when things seem difficult or confusing. At such times, listening again to what makes sense to you can bring the clarity and strength you need to keep going. There is also a silent magic in repetition. Each time you return to a meaningful message, it reveals something new. Not because the message has changed, but because you have. With each cycle of repetition, you listen to it with a new perspective, more mature and with a more open heart. And so a simple concept can gain deeper layers of meaning and relevance over time, guiding you through different stages of your journey. Strengthening this connection is like planting a tree. You need to continually water and care for it so that it grows and bears fruit. The more you get involved, the more naturally this energy will become part of your life. And eventually, you won't have to work so hard to align yourself, because this vibration will be part of who you are. And when this attunement becomes unshakable, you realize that the time to act and take the next step is now. Everything you've experienced so far has been in preparation for this very moment. There is nothing more to wait for, no more perfect conditions to be achieved. The universe has already aligned all the necessary pieces, and now it's your turn to act. There is an energetic window open for you right now, an opportunity to embrace your purpose and take a firm step towards what you have always known, deep in your heart, was your path. This is the call you've been hearing in fragments over time, and now it resounds as clearly as ever. The time to awaken is now. Waiting for the right moment is an illusion that traps many. Sometimes we get caught up in the idea that we need to be more prepared, more secure or less vulnerable in order to act. But the truth is that the impulse to transform is always surrounded by uncertainty, and it's exactly this feeling that proves you're in the right place. If you feel that slight chill in your stomach or hesitation mixed with excitement, know that this is just confirmation that the change has already begun. The courage to take the first step is born at the very moment you realize that perfection was never the goal. Movement is. This is the moment to trust. Trust that every experience, learning experience, and challenge has prepared you for what comes next. Doubts and fears don't have to disappear completely for you to move forward. They are a natural part of the growth process and only indicate that you are moving out of your comfort zone. And it's exactly outside this zone that the magic happens. The universe doesn't expect you to know every detail of how things will unfold. It just expects you to say yes. The rest will reveal itself along the way, step by step, like a trail illuminated by your own action. Everything you need is already inside you. The universe has placed a silent wisdom in your heart, which whispers direction when you allow yourself to listen. As you act, even with small steps, this wisdom expands. And the more you move, the stronger the connection with the flow of life becomes. It's like stepping into a river. As long as you resist the banks, everything seems stagnant. But as soon as you let go and allow yourself to flow, the current takes you exactly where you need to be. So now is the time to trust and dive in head first. There are no more doubts, no more, maybe later. The call is clear and immediate. The time is now. Every little action, every conscious decision, every sincere intention creates the momentum you need. And as you give yourself over to this movement, you will realize that you are not alone. The entire universe is conspiring in your favor, opening doors and creating opportunities. Because once you say yes to your path, everything starts to align. Now you know what to do. And with every step you take, the frequency of your life rises and connects to something much bigger. The universe is already listening. The transformation has begun. Everything you need to transform your life is already here, inside you, just waiting for your yes. The universe has brought you to this moment for a reason, and now it's your turn to make the energy move. From now on, every choice, every intention, and every step you take will have the power to create a new reality. There is no more time for doubt. The moment to awaken is now. If this message resonated with you, subscribe to the channel, like the video, and leave your comment with 88 to seal your intention and confirm that you are aligned with this energy. Share this video with someone who also needs to hear this message. You never know how a simple gesture can transform a life. Thank you very much for being here until the end. Your path has already begun. Let's go together, because the journey doesn't end here. It's just beginning.